Hi, it's Steve from Purple Running Wales, and today I'm in Stroud, and I'm here for a relay race. It's the Cotwold Way relay. It starts up in Chipping Campden at the northern end of the Cotswolds, and it finishes at Bath Abbey. And I'm here with representing my club, which is Cullian Running Club in South Wales, and I'm running stage 6, which is an 8.8 mile stage from the southern end of Stroud to Dursley. I walked this route, or part of it, last weekend. I did a hike. I did the first 5 miles, and it's a bit of a steep hill at the beginning to get up to the top of Selsey Common, but then it drops down into woodland, which will be a real boon today because it's like the hottest day of the year. It's Saturday, what, the 30th of June? I think that's the date today, and it's forecasted to be 28-30 degrees, so it's going to be a real scorcher. Got plenty of water with me. I've arranged for a water stop about halfway, so it's looking like it'll be a good day. I think it'll be a good race, as long as I can cope with the heat, and that is going to be the killer for everybody. Is going to be the heat. Fortunately, the organisers have added an extra 10 minutes to the cut-off times. My cut-off time for this 8.8 mile leg was 2 hours, which I would figure I would easily make the cut-off, but because of the exceptional heat today, they've extended that by another 10 minutes, and maybe some people need that, but as I say, fortunately a lot of the run today is going to be in shade, going through woodland. There are some quite a few gates and stiles. I'm going to have to negotiate. There could be queues of people going over the top of the stiles and going through the gates, so that could slow us down. But I think my plan is just to take it fairly easy because of the heat. I don't want to end up having to be rescued. So as long as I finish, and I finish within the cut-off time, I think today that is my best plan, especially on the first hill going up to the top of Selsey Common. I think I'm just going to probably power walk that and save my energy for the rest of the route, because I know there is another big hill down towards Camlock Down. So that's it. We're just waiting for the organisers to come along so I can register, and my start time is 12 o'clock, and it's nearly past now. So I will see you out on the course.
Together around for team briefing. Okay, so welcome to the 27th Cotswold Way relay. Just a few notes about the path. So it's a shared path. We have no rights of way. Please respect walkers. You're going to find walkers coming the other way, running for Action Challenge. You can see there they've waymarked it all the way. That could cause congestion on narrow roads and things. Can you please give them the greatest breadth and respect, and remember that people who you pass may not see you coming because you're moving so fast. They have no idea. So shout out, give a wide berth, especially people with dogs. Give them plenty of space. Don't get into confrontations with dog walkers, please don't. All right, and watch out for other animals and other runners. Okay. So that's the kind of general thing about the trail. Shut gates behind you, leave the trail cleaner than when you let it. If you see any litter, please pick it up, don't drop any, okay? If you see another runner in distress, can you please note where you are in the race and stop and help that runner, and you will get given a time which is possibly going to be better than the time you would have had in the day. Right? Okay, so please we have to help each other. We should all have mobile phones for that reason, okay. Heat, okay, as the heat is rising towards 86 degrees, a water bottle is mandatory, okay, but we're not checking or penalising, because nobody would be so daft as to not run this without a water bottle with some water in it, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. There is one water station, where is that, Coley Peak?
Is that the viewpoint? Yeah.
Yeah, the Coley Peak viewpoint. You can top up your bottles there, but they won't be handing you disposable cups or any of that kind of thing, all right? Okay, Don't forget to pick up your reusable trophy cup at the end, and that's what the water will be in, and take that away with you. Okay? Today there is a tail runner who is Boo. Where's Boo?
Give her a brownie.
So this is for race safety and your comfort. So Boo will be running at approximately cut-off time, okay, which has been relaxed by 10 minutes anyway for the heat. So basically, if you find yourself running close to Boo or behind, have a conversation about what's going on. Are you injured? Is this the speed you run anyway? Do you think you can make it to the end? Or should you drop out and call your team captain? All right. So hopefully nobody should finish behind Boo, or at least if they drop out, should have a plan, which he tells Boo. Does that make sense?
This is Coley Peak, the water station. Taking a quick breather and that's off. Absolutely dripping with sweat. It's really humid. Even in the woods, the humidity is just absolutely sapping the energy. Oh man, time to get going. Nice big hill. Hey? No. Well, as you can see, I finished. I think the time was 1:53, something like that, so it was inside the original cut-off. That heat was brutal, absolutely brutal. I was glad when there were a couple of spots where people had water to pour over our heads, but now I've come to a stop. The sweating's really begun and it's just pouring off me. Oh, I got nothing left in my legs. My calves are so tight I could probably pluck a tune out of them. Whew. Be glad to get home for a shower now and cool off, but got some other stages to catch up with first. So yeah, I don't know what to say now. I'll see you at the next stage. So this is Bath Abbey, and this is where the finish for the Cotwold Way relay is. You can see it's pretty busy. We're here pretty early, and we're going to be waiting now for all the runners to come through. It's only just 4:10 in the afternoon, so we got a couple of hours probably. I think it's due to finish about 6 o'clock, something like that. So we're just going to chill out a bit here and get out of the sun. It's about 33 degrees now, so it's blistering hot, and wait for the others to come through and hopefully we'll be able to film it. So we'll see you in a bit. So here we are at the finish line. They've moved it slightly from where it was supposed to be.
That was amazing.
I knew it.
And I can't believe that there's already runners coming through for the finish.
A bit in road
And it's only just over an hour from when they started, and it was an over a 9-mile leg. So I'm well impressed if these people have already finished. So we'll see them as they come through here. Looking for the Chilean runners especially. Andrew and Kevin, probably two of our quickest runners. So I imagine they'll put up a good show for us. And another one coming through now. Looks like always being assisted. Chepstow Harrier, by the look of it. Oh, well done, that man. From Chilean Running Club coming through. Woo! Okay, so I'm here with Andrew, who's just completed the final leg, leg 10, which was from where?
Cold Ashton.
Cold Ashton.
All the way at the top.
Down to the centre of Bath, and it was what, nearly 10 miles, wasn't it?
Yeah, just under 10.
Describe the course for us, Andrew.
It was supposed to be downhill.
Supposed to be.
That was a lie. But I feel happy. Now that I've finished. I think it was 400 down, 250 up, according to the topography. It didn't feel like that. But anyway, and it's so hot as well.
Oh, I know. It's been about 30 degrees roughly.
I didn't kill myself. I walked a bit. I asked someone doing their gardening for water. You've got to do all the right things. And then you get to the finish and feel happy.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know, and Chris and myself, we did the same. We walked up the hills, you know, and then ran on the flat and on the downhill sections, made the most of any water, stopped when we needed water, and it was just a case of getting to the finish. I know one guy didn't on my leg. He collapsed about 200 meters from the finish.
Yeah, you just got to be sensible.
That's right, you have
I
it.
shared my water with someone who didn't have any.
Really? There was somebody out there with no water? Oh, that's madness.
Like that. But then I had no water on a bit serious uphill bit. But then a gardener gave me some.
Oh, that's nice.
So you know what goes around comes around.
Yeah.
And it's finished now. We're going to have an enjoyable after-party party.
Yeah, I think we got to do it. Thank you very much, Andrew.
Thank you.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Oh, that was Kev coming through. I just missed him. Oh, doing that interview with Andrew and I just missed him. Oh, yeah, gotta be there. You gotta be there. Oh, yeah, never mind. As you can see, there's an ambulance turned up for the guy who was struggling at the end there. I think there's going to be a few people struggling. I mean, the heat was just absolutely brutal out there today. Absolutely brutal. You know, 30, 33 degrees out there. And when you're out there in the open, you really feel that heat. You know, I mean, I was lucky. I mean, I was out there and running a lot of it in shaded woodland, but it was still hot and humid. But when we came out of the woodland and you were in the out in the open in the broad sunshine, it was just blazingly hot. you know, and we've got it not as bad as France and Spain, you know, particularly France, we've had 45 degrees and it's been about 33 today, I think. So here come some more runners. And there's Kev, who's just finished the leg as well. So that was the Cotwold Way relay for 2019. And as a club, I don't think we did that bad actually. I think out of 54 teams in the mixed group that we were in, we came in 35th and 39th as we had 2 teams. And considering the challenges that we had, that wasn't bad, not bad at all. Some participants have already expressed a desire to take part in the event next year, and in fact run the same legs as they ran this year. I wouldn't say no to running the same leg next year. At least I know what's coming up, and also it would be a challenge to try and beat this year's time. So that would be pretty good. The one thing I really would recommend for anybody running this race in the future with my club or any other club is definitely to do a recce of your route before you run the race. Go a week or 2 beforehand and either walk it or run it or whatever, but go and recce it. I mean, I did 5 miles as a hike, so because I had to leave the car at the start, I walked 5 miles out and then walked 5 miles back, and that 5 miles was very useful. I found. The other thing was that I loaded the GPX file onto my phone, and using an app, a map app, I was able to load that GPX file onto the map app. And at any time I could see where I was. The app showed the route that I was taking, supposed to be taking, by showing it as an orange line, and then there was an arrow, and using GPS the arrow was exactly where I was, you know. So as long as that arrow was on the line, then I knew I was in the right place, and if it wasn't, I was in the wrong place and I had to be somewhere else. So I did find that useful as well, and I know some people were carrying paper maps with them, and some still got lost. So if you've enjoyed my video, then please like and share it with your friends and subscribe to my channels. And until next time, keep running!